This is exciting, and this is one of the most important pieces of any business is learning how to manage relationships with your database and your customers. And that's why I call this the relationship management calendar, because this is about managing relationships. People think of contact relationship management systems, but the truth is no system manages a relationship. You do. The best we can do is put together an organizational structure, a process that you follow consistently to show your database that you're thinking about them, that you care about them, and that you're successful in real estate. So let's get started. First off, you have to organize your database. So here is the sections that we're going to organize our database by. Is people that know, like, and trust us. That's going to be our immediate friends and family. That's going to be our closest friends and family, as well as some of our raving fan customers that have bought homes from us or sold homes from us, and we know they're raving fans. That group is going to be about 15 to 25 people, okay? Next is the people that know and like us. That's the rest of our database. That's the rest of the group that yeah, they know who we are, and they've used our product or service, or we've spent some time with us, and we're fairly confident they like us. Then the next group is people that know you. Now, this is a group that I want you to think about is if they got a letter from you with your photo and your name on it, do they know who you are? That's the only requirement for them to fit in this category is if they receive something from you, do they know who you are? And then the next layer out is our geographic or demographic farm. That's the group of people that we're either targeting to get to know, or we might be marketing to them, or we desire to get to know them. That is our geographic and demographic farm. So I want you to kind of think about your database as 4 buckets. People that are our raving fans, people that know and like us because they've worked with us or we know them, or we know of them. People that know us, right? So we might not have a deep relationship with them, but they know who we are. An example of that would be like my insurance agent, okay? If I ran into my insurance agent at the grocery store, I probably wouldn't recognize her. But if she got a letter from me with my name and my photograph on it, or a postcard with my name and my photograph, I'm sure she knows exactly who I am because she gets paid from me every month. And then again, lastly, our 4th bucket is our geographic/demographic farm. Next is learning about targeting our audience, right? And so the mistake agents make is they try to be everything to everybody. And when they're marketing to their database, they're trying to market things of value because, the things that they say is, I don't want to look salesy, or I want to give them something that they're going to use. And don't get me wrong, those things are important. Giving them things that they can use is important, or giving them items of value is important. Yet more important than that is targeting the people within our database. So if we have 500 people, we're not actually marketing to 500 people. We're marketing to the 4 people inside of our database that are looking to send us referrals, that want to buy or sell today, or might be wanting to sell or buy in the future, or needs a home valuation. That's our target market, is people that are looking to buy, sell, invest, or refer us real estate. Okay, that is our actual target market, not the database in general. And when we think about it that way, we change our messaging to communicate to that group of people specifically. Okay, that group of people specifically. So clarity of message is super important. I have 2 examples here. Postcard 1 is a gentleman who, he sent out a cookie recipe, an item of value, right? And person number 2 obviously didn't spend much time on this postcard because it's an ugly picture of a cartoon looking house with a funny looking for sale sign. Yet, if I was to ask you, what does this person do? What does this person do for a living? The first person, you would have no idea what they do. Do you even know that they're successful? Probably not. Yet the second person, you can tell that that's a real estate agent simply from the house and the for sale sign. Even if it didn't say for sale on the for sale sign, we would still know that that person is in the real estate industry or something to do with housing. So the 3 rules of marketing are super important in everything we do and what we communicate. This goes for in your print mail, in your newsletter, in your social media. If you do radio ads, TV ads, it has to be so clear that people know what you're doing. Is evidence of action, evidence of success, and evidence of knowledge. All of your marketing is going to convey this. Any of your branding is going to convey this. So evidence of action is you previewing a house or showing buyers or taking a listing, doing an open house. Evidence of success is, hey, I just had a listing go under contract, or I have a new listing coming on the market, or maybe a testimonial from a client saying, hey, I just had a wonderful closing. And then evidence of knowledge is you communicating what's going on in the real estate industry that's important to your customer. This could be real estate law or knowledge of home ownership. Very important in all of your marketing activities. Now, rules of execution. This is a massive mistake all business people make, is they get wrapped up in quality. Quality, quality, quality. I'm sure if you look at the materials that I put out on this in this program, you're going to find typos. You're going to find mistakes. And that's okay. Because in the rules of execution, it's more important to get things done consistently. Consistency is the number one most important thing. I want you to think about it. Does your utility bill ever show up on the wrong day? Or do they ever skip a month? Does your marketing? What does it say about your business if you can't get your marketing out consistently? What does it say about your business if your marketing is inconsistent from the brand standpoint, inconsistent from when they receive it, inconsistent from what they receive each month over and over? What does it say about your business? You wouldn't tolerate it if you went to a restaurant and each time you went, the meal tasted different or the chairs were, in a different position or a table was in a different position. You want consistency from our businesses, don't we? Frequency is the next most important thing. So example is, if you can make a choice to increase frequency or increase quality, you increase frequency. I know, it's counterintuitive. But remember, there are 1.5 million real estate agents in the world. This is a game of getting eyeballs on you, as many as possible, as frequently as possible, to stay in your customer's mind. My mentor used to mail the same yellow postcard every single month to his database. To this day, 30 years later, he is still mailing a similar postcard to that. And he is a top producer in the industry because he understands consistency, frequency trumps quality every time when it comes to marketing. So your evidence postcard must answer a couple things. What business are you in? Are you successful doing it? And what is the customer to do next? What is the call to action? This is a very simple layout. Now you can use many, many systems to do your marketing. And in the previous video, I shared with you some of those systems. But this is extremely important that your marketing, your postcard of action and evidence of success goes out consistently and it answers these questions. Here's a great example of one. You can see here that what business she is in. Obviously, a house, right? A real estate sign shows what business they're in. Are they successful? Just sold. Well, that says they're successful. And what is the customer to do next? Call today for a free home valuation. You can see here that this person is successful, what business they're in, without even reading it, because this postcard's going to cross in front of their face and it's going to go immediately into the trash can. So this message has to be clear and concise every time they see this. This is the same thing is true for any of your internet marketing, newspaper, TV, radio, any marketing you do. The same rules apply. Okay, now let's take this a little bit deeper with our database organization. So one of the biggest challenges is when you have a massive database of 150, 200, 300 people, you can't spend one-on-one time with all of them. So our database organization dictates where our time is being spent, because our time is the number one commodity we have, not our money, our time, right? We can get more money. We can't get more time, okay? So your time is spent with the top people, the people that know, like, and trust you, Those are the ones you're having to your house for dinner. Those are the ones you're going out to dinner with one-on-one. Those might be the ones that you have lunch with. The people who know, like you, and the ones that know, like, and trust you, they get to attend your special events. The people that know you, they receive your newsletter, your item of value, and your quarterly events. So they're invited not to every single event, but to your quarterly events. And then the people with your that are in your geographic or demographic farm, they see your evidence postcard. That's the postcard we just talked about that shows your evidence of success, what business you're doing, and what are they to do next. Now, if you're in the know, like, and trust circle, you get invited to everything. If you're in the know and like circle, you get the special events, the newsletter, the item of value, and the quarterly events, as well as the evidence postcards. If you are in the know you section, you only get the newsletter, item of value, quarterly events, and the evidence postcard. See, this allows you to manage your time much better and manage your expenses much better when you have a large database of people. So people always ask, how do you format a newsletter? A newsletter is very simple to put together. You're going to have 20% about specific local market knowledge, 20% national market update, 20% of what's going on in your life. This is your personal story. This is where you share something not real estate related. You talk about your vacation, you talk about your kids, you talk about your dog, whatever it is, not real estate related. 20% is a testimonial. This is where we bring the emotion into it about your clients. And then 20% is how do you contribute back to your community? This is where you share your business, your clients' businesses back to your database, okay? This is your opportunity to share that. Okay, so an example would be a headline, a fishing story, right? So this is our section at the top here, a fishing story, that's your personal story. Your local market update. At the top of side 2 is your national real estate update, your client testimonial, and then your preferred referral list. It doesn't matter how big your newsletter is. Your newsletter can be 2-sided like this one. It can be 2 pages, 3 pages, or 4 pages. It's completely up to you. Here's an example of a great newsletter that was formatted in columns. So you see here, he's got his market update on the first section. He's got top housing trends in his second section. He's got his personal story down towards the bottom, his thermoscape escape room personal story. And then he's got his testimonial and his businesses listed below. This is a great example of a formatted newsletter. So again, newsletters can be built online. There's plenty of resources for that. So here's what your homework is for this exercise. You're going to create your own annual database marketing schedule or your relationship management calendar, okay? You're going to get a worksheet along with this, and you're going to build it out for a year. So if it's January, great, you're going to go January through December. If it's July, you're going to go July through June. Build it for an entire year. Remember, everybody receives the evidence postcard. Evidence postcard is evidence of success that you're out selling real estate. That you're just listed, you're just sold, your activity postcards. Hey, I just helped a buyer buy this house. That's a postcard that goes out every single month. It gets in front of them. They see it. They can't help but read it before they throw it in the trash. The problem with envelopes, people don't open them, okay? So we're doing a postcard every single month that shows you're successful in real estate, has a call to action. Call me to list, call me to sell. You're going to send them email every month. The email is going to be transfer of information. It's going to give them some item of value that they need to know. A local market update, a national market update, or a tip about home ownership in an email every single month. You're going to send a mailer, a piece of mail, in addition to your evidence postcard 4 times a year. You're going to give a newsletter, okay? So the newsletter is going to be where you're going to communicate that you're a human being and that you have a life, and you're going to get your customers to appreciate you for the things that you are and your connection with the community. If you choose to send items of value like schedules, magnets, those kind of things, I love them. They work great. Add those to your mailing list. The last 2 sections, call and event, we'll get to in a later section. So just go ahead. Your homework is to fill out your annual marketing plan. That's your evidence postcard, your emails, and your mail. And you're going to do the same exact thing with your social media marketing plan, your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, your Snapchat, whatever you're using for social media, evidence of action, evidence of knowledge, evidence of success. You're going to create a plan, right? You're going to create a schedule around that. I'm going to attach for you as a bonus an actual topic list, a 52-week topic list for social media that's perfect for communicating on these things. You can use that same topic list as your topic for your emails that go out every single month. Here's your social media posting keys. Remember, evidence of action, evidence of success, evidence of knowledge, personal posts, mix them up. Show them that you're doing real estate. Show them that you're excited about being in real estate and that you're successful being in real estate, and it'll attract them to you. You don't have to vomit on them. You don't have to be all over them, but they have to see you as a viable option when they're looking to buy or sell or invest or refer in real estate. That's your homework.